It's autumn now in the garden, and sadly some of the flowers are starting to come to the end, so it's time to trim back the dahlias as the rain has caused them to droop right over. I also wanted to do a little bit of tidying up in the garden. It's been raining for most of the morning, but I thought I'd make the most of the time in between some showers to pop out into the garden and get some work done. I also wanted to empty this pot of the strawberries. I want this pot as I've bought some new plants and I wanted some autumn colour outside the greenhouse. So I thought I'd empty this pot today and start planting with some autumn colour. I thought it'll be nice to have a little bit of a refresh in the garden of some of the pots that I've got dotted about. I moved the pot over to the other side in a little bit more sunshine, and hopefully it'll give a nice bit of colour in the garden for the autumn. I want to sort out some planting in this area here, as I've got a little bit of a space. This is underneath the trellis. So at the back there, I've got growing my jasmine, and I want to remove that mahonia because that's not growing too well. Move this euonymus back a bit, and in the front there I'm going to plant a Skimmia japonica. I'm not going to throw away anything in the garden that I take out. I'll just replant it somewhere else where hopefully it'll do a little bit better. I've never planted these skimmias before, but I know that they do like a little bit of shade, which is ideal for this part of the garden, because it always tends to stay out of the sunlight and the earth stays a little bit damp. It's been raining quite heavily this morning, so the earth is a little bit damp, and I'm hoping that with it being evergreen and a flowering plant, that I'll be able to enjoy some nice bright flowers through the winter months. also added another Skimmia japonica into the triangular bed, just to fill up a little bit of a space. When the sun comes out, it's lovely and warm in the garden, even though it's at the end of September. I've also added a few little plants into these pots. I removed the geraniums and replaced them with these. These should give lovely colour right through the autumn, and they certainly brighten up near the back door. The salvia cherry lips that I bought in a few weeks ago, that has started to flower now. The strawberry plants haven't been wasted, and I've just popped them in behind the greenhouse in a little bit of waste ground that I had there. I hope I don't regret the decision, but I can always take them out if they get too overgrown next year. With the weather changing and getting a little bit cooler in the nights, I do sometimes forget to water the greenhouse. We've had lots of heavy rain lately, but I seem to forget that it doesn't rain indoors. I haven't watered in here now for a good few days. I also moved our golden bamboo in a pot halfway down the patio area, but the only problem is this time of year is that it tends to shed all its leaves and they go all over the floor, and I've got to brush it up all the time. Although the ones that do fall into the pot, I leave them there as they are really good for adding nutrition back to the plant. The giant hosta guacamole that I've got growing in a pot out the back is now sadly coming to the end, but this will stay in the pot until next year. The rain is starting to come down again, but everything is brushed just in time.